Hey, Tom Rabbit! I hope you got this for your recording. Hey, YouTube out there. Tom Rabbit likes to record these. Hey, Tom Rabbit! All right? And I'm not trying to be rude. You think you know more about this subject than you actually do. Okay? All right? Are we clear?
How can you
right?
appraise that? How can you appraise that?
Because I'm listening I'm listening to you. Listen carefully.
Hold on. First of all, why are you talking down to me? Number one.
Because you're
But I'm not doing that to you.
Okay, overtalk me again. I will server mute your dumb ass.
Okay.
I asked you how old you were. Do you know why? You know what? I asked you how old you were. You know what? Want to know why? I am not some troll teenager. Shut the fuck up.
You asked me a question, so I answered it.
Yeah.
And now I should shut the fuck up. Is that a rhetorical question? Am I supposed to know the difference?
Last warning, you obnoxious 30-year-old.
I didn't realize I have to let you win.
Okay, bye-bye. You're done. Okay? I've had enough of your infantile behavior. I've been bending over backwards.
You have the penis of an infant. Go fuck yourself.
Overtalk me again. One more time.
Bitch.
Okay, there we go. There we go.
Give it to me. Give it to me, Daddy.
There you go. See, the very fact you claim you're in your 30s and you say, give it to me, Daddy. Okay? You sniveling little punk.
So
okay? I warned you, okay? I tried to be patient the entire time with you. But your arrogance, by the way, don't bother sending me messages. I won't read it. Okay? It will not be read and it will be deleted. Okay? You're an arrogant little scumbag. I tried to be patient with you. Okay? You constantly were over-talking me. I understand in discourse there will be some over-talking by both parties. But you did it as a tactic. And you're an arrogant little snot-nosed slob. So good. Enjoy the red duct tape on your mouth, punk.
So I have a question.
Go ahead.
Let
me just say one thing before I forget. Okay, so I don't have a Joe Biden one. Just hold your thought. I promise you I'll get to you, all right? This ignorant slob, right, said that we can talk about facts without being in possession of a philosophy of fact. That is absolutely categorically false. Okay? Everybody has a philosophy of fact, even children. Okay? If you went up to a child and says, Johnny, Sally, what's your philosophy of fact? They're going to look at you like, what are you talking about? But if you talk to them in terms that they can understand, they will be able to articulate how they think the world is around them. Okay? And how that in turn provides them with the ability to come to know certain things. Okay? So this little turd, okay, which is a very fitting name, okay, doesn't know what the hell he's talking about when he says you can invoke facts without being in possession of a philosophy of fact. So he's totally clueless, okay? And I was trying to inform him about this, but he wants to be a little obnoxious teenager who claims he's in the body of a 30-something-year-old man. Okay, so enjoy your server mute, you turd.
Respect. I feel like you saying with you suggesting he's immature, then referring to him as a turd doesn't seem like a very mature response to his immaturity.
Do you realize? Okay, well, first of all, I feel that insults are appropriate if and when somebody engages in bad behavior. Jesus himself engaged in insults. The biblical prophets engaged in insults. The God of the Bible engages in insults.
Could I ask for an example of such a thing, please? Scripture? Show me the scripture where that happens.
Yeah, Jesus referred to the religious leaders as rotting dead bodies in whitewashed tombs.
Where's that?
That's in the Gospels. Look it up. You have Google.
Which one specifically? Yeah, can you just give me the scripture, the verse, the verse in the book?
Listen to me. I'm going to move on. You can look it up. Okay. He referred to them as dead men's bones in whitewashed tombs. He referred to them as wolves. He called them snakes and vipers. Okay. Are you not aware of these common public criticisms that he made of the religious leaders? Now, I certainly agree with you that if somebody is simply insulting because they're irritated or they have a bad attitude. That's one thing. But I certainly believe that insults are appropriate when somebody puts on full display their bad behavior. Okay? And you know what? I don't believe for 1 second that you don't use insults in your real life. Okay?
I mean,
I
I
don't
did put
believe you
context
at
to it.
all.
And
I do not
I never claimed
believe.
to not do
Okay,
that. I never claimed to not do that. What do you mean,
okay,
don't believe
good,
me? I didn't
good.
suggest I didn't. There's nothing to believe.
So there's nothing wrong ipso facto with insults. It's
I've
only
also
that it's an
noticed you're a very
insult.
angry person as well.
Okay, I'm not angry. I'm very assertive and aggressive when an interlocutor that I'm dealing with is being a complete asshole. Okay.
See, I've treated with you with respect thus far, and now you're calling me an asshole. So that seems a
I didn't
little
call. I'm okay.
inappropriate. You
Again,
just
I
did.
didn't
I
refer
heard you.
to you. If you had listened more carefully, okay, repeat back to me what I just said.
I can't remember word for word.
Okay, was it directed at you?
You were being a little more general in this
Was
case.
I? Yeah. And so you weren't listening carefully. Okay, so shut up.
That was rude.
You see what you need to understand? No, it's not rude. Okay. The reason why I tell him to shut up is because he's being a jerk. Now, I am on the receiving end.
I'm being very composed.
Overtalk me again.
You'll mute me
again.
Good. Then I won't be able to have a conversation.
Okay.
You abuse your power. That's all I'm saying.
Overtalk me again, and you will be server muted. Do you understand the rules?
I understand the rules.
Okay. If you want to criticize me, I welcome people criticizing me and talking about it. But if you're just going to be a machine gun criticizer and over talking me, okay, when I'm responding to you, you're going to get server muted. Okay?
I don't think he overtalked.
Now, he did. Are you MK?
To be me.
Hold on a second. Died on a roller coaster. Are you MK? And he flees. That person is a known troll. Okay? Yeah. Now, you're free to criticize me, but you're not free to overtalk me when I'm responding to you. Okay? Now, you took my statement that I become aggressive when people are assholes towards me, that I was saying that to you, when it was clear I was being general and referring to the previous little turd bird who was behaving that way. Okay? I don't indiscriminately insult people because they merely disagree with me. But when I am the subject of their abusive behavior or bad behavior and it's persistent, nonstop, even when I point out, then I reserve the prerogative to insult these morons. Okay? And if you don't like it, I don't care.
Yeah.
Am I allowed to respond, or have you finished your response to my?
Go ahead, respond. Go ahead.
I concede that I made the mistake of assuming you were referring to me when you were being generic in that particular context, so fair enough. And your withholding of such use of language to those who you feel deserve it, it also makes a lot of sense. I would like, my only point initially was, first of all, you seem to jump to the conclusion that people have been rude when I would disagree with that assessment. I don't think he was particularly rude. Not to mention the fact that whether someone's rude to you or not, there is still a level of maturity that I would suggest, or I think is useful to uphold to, especially when you're it's just a part of being a good human being with decency. You shouldn't stoop to the level of them.
I'm not stooping to their level. Okay, I reserve the prerogative that after chronic abusive conduct, okay, I'm going to strongly criticize and insult them. I'm not stooping at all. Okay, I'm just using strong terms to characterize. Now, were you listening the whole time between the interaction between myself and Turdbird?
No, in all fairness, I was not.
Okay, then you need to shut the fuck up.
See, no, that seems a bit over the top. I've been respectful.
No, you come in.
I've been respectful.
Listen to me.
Listen
to me. Okay, guess what? Don't overtalk me. I insulted this guy, and you claim you weren't listening, so you don't know what transpired, do you?
No, obviously not, no.
Good. Then shut the fuck up.
Am I allowed to respond to what you just said?
No, I said shut the fuck up.
Yeah, well, that seems over the top to me.
You're shooting your mouth off. You don't even know what transpired. And they go, hey, it's uncalled for that you called him a turd. But, you know, I wasn't listening. Okay, I told you.
You're telling me you're not angry. You're claiming you're not angry. Can you hear yourself right now?
Bye. You're gone.
You're 60 years old. There's no way you're 60. There's no way. You're acting like a child.
Bye-bye. How's that red duct tape taste? Does that taste good? Okay. No, yeah, I'm a 60-year-old dude, and I get pissed when I have to deal with young punks who behave like assholes like you do. You, sir, are a troll, okay? You come in here and you criticize me for insulting him, and then when I say to you, did you listen to what transpired? Oh no, I wasn't listening. But, you know, I concluded you are unjustified in criticizing him, but I wasn't listening to what went on. You moron. What a troll. So and people wonder why I get indignant with conduct like that. And then they go, hey, you should act more dignified. Go ahead, Amy.
Well, everyone gets angry. It's just mostly because whenever someone's, it's not necessarily the point that someone's insulting you. It's more of the fact whenever you try to talk back, it's whenever someone overlaps you that it really does get annoying. And that's just common sense, because you think, okay, I give you your chance to speak, you should be able to give me my chance to speak. And whenever that's kind of broken, the brain kind of gets annoyed that it didn't get its part. You know, so there's a logical standpoint of that.
This is a tactic. Look, this is a tactic of people who are either ignorant, don't know what they're talking about, or just people who want to stalemate the conversation by chronic over-talking. I understand that there will be over-talking and interrupting from time to time, okay? I do it myself because somebody's blathering on, giving me a community college lecture, speaking out of ignorance, and I don't want them wasting my time, okay? But yeah. Turdberg was doing it persistently as a tactic, which I am not going to put up with it, okay? Yeah. If I can help it, okay? Now, there are some people who are familiar with me who will purposely try to push my buttons by lying, being deceptive, being argumentative, interrupting, over-talking, simply for the purpose to stalemate the conversation, because they'd rather have that than lose.
Yeah.
By the way, did you get that, Tom Rabbit?